Howdy.
I think that's right in here. There we are. There we go. Yay! Hi, everybody.
Welcome to our neck of the woods. So, Raina's really been wanting to go camping. So we decided we were going to backyard camp. And we came out and we set up the tent and we went out and got some wood. Sawed it up with the machete.
She worked hard all day.
Yeah.
She worked hard. And that's just for the dinner. That's not even for the campfire
and
yet.
we haven't even got the fireplace up yet, but that's okay. We'll get that.
Yeah. A little hot right now. Okay, take a small little break. So we're doing the show, and then probably wait for the sun to get back down over the side over here, and then we'll go back to it again.
So we thought we'd invite you guys to enjoy some backyard camping with us. We probably aren't going to stay long because we do still have a lot of stuff to do, and we're going to do bacon onion burger bombs for dinner. If you guys have never heard of them, go look up Barbecue Pit Boys.
Oh, good little stuff.
Bacon onion bombs.
Really good.
And we're going to have corn on the cob and fresh tomatoes from the garden, and just have a good camp night. We thought maybe we'll cut this short today, and then possibly at some point we'll go live by the campsite tonight, and you guys can enjoy the fire with us too. I can't read any of the comments today, guys. I don't have my glasses on when I work outside.
I did bring them out.
Oh, you did? Oh, lovely. I still can't see them. Blind as a bat.
We're even having s'mores.
Yeah. Yep. And we got this big jambalaya, and Raina gets to have her own room in the tent.
Yeah,
she's so excited.
We bought an L section. It hooks to a 10x10 canopy. So two sides of the canopy are entrances to the tent, and then it wraps around. And it sleeps 1, 2, 3, 4.
We can give you a little bit of a tour of it. We can stick the camera in the windows and
it's either 10 or 12 people. Is what
I'll walk through.
Yeah, we'll do a walk around here in a minute. It does like 10 or 12 people, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's
something like that.
It's pretty big. We
like it just because
we set it up one time with only one of the rooms up and didn't set the other room up, and we still got a queen size air mattress, and there was enough for a full size or a wide twin.
It was a double, yeah. Well, no, it was wide twin, right? Yeah.
And
we still had footage, a couple feet.
And that was just in one room, so
we did good with this tent. We like it. The only thing I don't like is it's blue.
It's got a huge footprint, though. Not gonna lie, it's got a huge footprint.
We'll show you here in a second, though. Actually,
but it would be nice, like if anybody wanted to stay over, didn't have a tent to stay in, but wanted to camp. We have 2 rooms. We know what the footprint is. It would be your own little area,
I don't think I'm hooked to anything here. Hard for me to see, but you got your 10x10. There you are. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So you got a 10x10 canopy that's in one room right there, and then when it wraps around, I'll show you that here in a second.
Yeah, I'll go through it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Put the camera
No, we'll just come onto the backside here, and it wraps around the whole backside, so that it's and she'll show you the inside. So where you seen her sitting, oops, there we go. There's a room there, and of course, right there. And I want to flip the camera around like this. There we go.
She's already got her area all set up. There's Raja. He's her favorite. All right.
And it wraps around.
We didn't put this to a tree. If you tie the top to a tree, it pulls it up.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'1.5". So that's your head face. And then you have an entirely
whole nother room this side.
windows, openings. We got the little pass through here. There are like the little things for electric cords to be put through if you needed to. We don't usually do that because electrical cords during a camping trip.
Well, you know those people that have those electric coolers.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Ones that actually use those cooler flaps as air conditioner flaps. Which is kind of silly, man, but what you need there.
I don't want to lay it on the ground.
Hatcha. Hi there, Dashy boy.
She really enjoyed that this morning. Raina had the little mini hatchet I showed you guys before. And it's a little multi-use, but she was out there. She was just chopping away. I was so proud of her. She was like, Mom, can we take a break? I was like, absolutely. And you know, parent, you're going, I wish you'd have said that 20 minutes ago. No, not really. We enjoy doing all those kinds of things together. And she's supposed to be popping out here soon. And she'll get something to drink. So, but anyway, we're doing backyard camping. We have
getting set up for a little dinner, and
we'll
bugs.
sit out around the campfire tonight. And probably roast a couple marshmallows and make some s'mores and all that good stuff.
We'll have the fire pit built here in just a little bit.
Probably,
it's a little hot right now.
Yeah, it's so hot.
I mean,
it's like
just, I don't even know what the temperature is.
We're in like the only full sun area of the property.
Yeah.
And it's smoking hot.
Even our dog's trying to push us to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's hot, guys. About 3 o'clock, though, the sun will be over top of all this. So we got about another hour of sun. And then it'll be just far enough on the back side here. The trees will be shading all of this over here. So it won't be so bad tonight.
Can you read anything they're saying?
Oh, let's see. We got Monty, Betty, Bonnie, Kathy, artist and poet.
I love you all.
Tracy. Let's see, who else do we have? B-Dog. Hey, how is everybody doing? I know I just kind of started rattling on. Whomever I missed, I think I got everybody.
For anybody out there not in chat still watching, we love you too. We appreciate you all just for showing up. I mean, really, that's great. Can't tell you how much I like it. Do you guys want to see my machete that I like? It's my favorite cheap tool that I have. And I don't really like cheap tools, but I bought this machete in order to turn it into knife blade, like the blade and tang, right? And I was gonna do some stuff, and I want to set up a blacksmith, like a small homestead blacksmith area. So that's what I bought it for. I bought it because it's a decent steel. It was cheap, and I can get 2 blades with tangs out of this blade. But now that I just brought it out and decided to go to town with it, I really like it. I'm gonna keep it. And it only cost me $5 at the tractor.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
We got the, surprisingly enough, even though at the time when we did get it, we did kind of know, but how things are length, but we got it at Walmart. $124. Doesn't come with the 10 foot by 10 by 10 canopy. You gotta buy the 10 by 10 canopy for it to attach to it. If you don't have a canopy attached to it, you can't set the tent up because it relies on the canopy as part of the structure of it.
I was gonna
there's hooks that hook to the top of the tent. This and even this canopy is short. I had to bring it up another, I think, 2.5 inches, and then everything will be tight.
But that's okay, because we're not giants.
Yeah,
if we do have that lineage it missed us, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run. So anyway, look at my little friend.
That's a great song.
I freaking love it. But I'm telling you, it was going to town and the two fighting. So Of course, I chopped down all the weeds. That's probably poison ivy. I can get poison ivy from the plant and be okay, just be itchy with rash or whatever. But if he gets poison ivy and I catch it from him, I have severe allergic reactions that shut my lungs up and my throat and down.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about. But if I get secondhand poison ivy, it stuff can kill me. It almost did once.
Thank you, Monty.
Hey, all you guys out there in Modland, I love you. You rock. You've been like, you guys are amazing. I had to step back and let him read the last couple of nights because my eyes have been tired by the time I get to that point, and then I start getting headaches like I did last night. And Mom went to bed early. I was tired. And I know I'm a mess today. You don't have to tell me. I love you anyway.
Hi, Kathy.
I'm a mess typically, so welcome into my world.
Busy man. We see you.
General Liz. I just love her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we're just having fun today.
General or Sergeant? General. I'm pretty sure.
General?
You're echelon, right?
I think General's your top. Admiral? No.
Admiral. Hey, who knows? I know y'all know.
I just know they're above
Somebody's hanging out there. I don't. I just, in certain seasons, I do like camo, but I would never buy camo unless it was out of season and I can get it for $5, like these paints.
You drive
nice and thin. Rain bars them too. To go looking around in the woods. So yeah, I feel like I'm not a very interesting person to talk to when we can't engage in conversation, guys. I'm sorry. If I put those glasses on, they're gonna slide right back off my face. Because
they're just saying hi to everybody. We all mess ugly.
Oh yeah.
That's the truth. No judgment of anyone. Love you all too. That's right, Bonnie. Absolutely. And it is. It's just crazy times. It's just woosah. Just relax for a minute. Yes, there are things that we have to do, but the whole point of coming together and talking about things is now at the point of what we did today. What did you do today? Did you go down to the city hall? Were you able to get a hold of some people? It's the movement. It's the change of getting people together and just start trying to find them and coercing with them in your local area. It's not going to be online. I mean, it's not going to happen that way.
I was cleaning up the earth today. That was what my job was today.
So
I was cleaning up the earth.
Of course, I was talking about talking to people, seeing what their input was, where they stood, and no masks, not in our area. We're almost in. They call it like a bubble. We're in a bubble. We don't put up with it, but yet we don't.
We don't really let it come in.
We don't let it come in either.
That joke about how why don't the Amish get the
people around here see change, and it's not just a few people. It's that night community talk, and within 2.5 hours, the whole entire community within communities know what's going on, who's who, what the person looks like, what kind of vehicle they're driving. I mean, we already have it tight knit, and it's only because of the Amish. And it's not just the Amish; it's also just good folk that don't want the riffraff, and we don't want the ants, we don't want the other ones. So having them here, it started a little bit on the roads with spray paint, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and that's as far as it got. You have some people that are up in Worcester, they're trying.
They can't get one person standing on a corner with a sign for being paid for it.
Yep.
Serious.
So.
That's a college town. That's actually a really prominent, busy college town.
Yeah, and they're just not more than 45 minutes away. I mean, but it's just people.
There's something about your state being 20 years behind everybody else. It's a good thing.
Yeah, we are. We are. That's
bitch
the
about
funny
it
part.
when we
There's
were
some
kids.
parts in our state that are so far behind that people honestly come here like, they've really got a time. No, because that's where we need to get back to. That's honesty. It's hard work. It's community. It's all of it. So around here, it's not going to be as hard for us because we already are talking. We do talk to the schools. Now we don't have to talk to schools because we homeschool, but we get involved with other offshoot programs that don't affect Raina, but it affects other children. You gotta still have. They gotta have a voice. If they don't have the adult voice, kids can't vote. Kids can't make things anything. It's about them. So when we find out certain things, we'll end up going to certain meetings until it's in the school itself, and then we don't participate because it's our child doesn't go to school there. So it's kind of like one of those.
If it comes down to it, I'm willing to convert and be Amish.
There's certain things that we will go to the school for, but don't take me wrong. We're not. It's just we don't have a stand since our child is outside the school, so
Right.
she's not affected. So our stances are a little bit different.
And you could say we have a stance as taxpayers, but
yeah. And then, like I said, it's just like Mike
around
and his
here.
boy,
That's just not how
back.
they look.
They got a community, he's riding his bike around. It's going out helping people. It's just getting back out there. And, yeah, it's shutting the TV off pretty much. It has corrupted a lot of stuff. Great shows on, don't get me wrong, but when people get that mindset that TV show is reality and they start doing those things out in the normal public and it's okay, people laugh and have a good time, and then it's set in and it's not, but it's not true. It's not the way it is. Woo-wee! That's right, girl. There you go. There you are. Get yourself a fan. I don't even know how hot it was supposed to be today. She said it was supposed to be like 90.
I think so. Sorry, guys. Woo. We're gonna go back outdoors with you and show you all of our lovely green stuff. Let's see if I can see all the trees. Guess I'm not doing it. Well, either.
85.
What?
Let's see, we have 85 with 57% humidity.
Yeah, you know everybody out west is laughing at us right now. Yeah, well, and everybody
68 dew points. So
in the south's laughing at us too. But us Yankees, I'm gonna tell you what, a Buckeye has a certain temperature at like 85 is a little too hot. And about negative 14 is a little too cold.
Yeah, we have a, not today, tomorrow, but the next day we got a storm coming. That's why our dew point's so high. So yeah, I feel that pressure.
Oh, yeah, it's hot out. You might have to fix the camera, honey. I was trying to be nice and show everybody all the lovely greenery, and
that'd be all right. Was it a shaky experience?
I don't know. You have to ask them. I hope I don't know the natural plant for Dramamine, but I know Betty does, and if she's in the chat, she'll be able to tell you.
You guys don't have whiplash now, do you?
Oh, I just thought motion sickness. Gosh, I hope I didn't give anybody whiplash.
Oh, we got one here. What do we got? Let's see here. You know what? Boy, am I on the... Am I slacking today? Put that up in there. I'm hot.
What'd you say?
Hot. Ooh.
I don't know what it is.
Ooh. The one that's in the thing here?
Hold on.
It's something that Betty was commenting to Monty. If you don't want your oil, Joe, and it's not infected, you may want to pull that sucker. So must be talking about a tooth. I believe they're talking about being pulled or a bad tooth there.
Yeah.
And yes, all I had left is these two right here. That's it. That's all I've got left. And it's for my dentures, which broke, and then I don't know where they're at, so I don't even worry about it. I'm gonna get them things pulled and be done with it. That is who I am. I know I'm crazy like that.
Alright.
Let's see, what else do we got here? I was trying to find it, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'll just have to hit one.
You all rock. I love you all.
I'm gonna click on
Join what?
There we are. Just join what? Oh, this was to
Ooh, auction.
from Betty. Yeah.
What kind of auction, Betty?
You can join right in. Huh. Okay.
Well, you can call me Johnson.
Or you can call me.
Sorry, Liz. I just caught that. I have no idea what the entire conversation was about, but there you go. Just for you. Oh, buddy. You need some air, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's not complaining right there, that's for sure. Get some air in here now. Get some air in here now.
Alright, so. Monty's so nice about it. I don't even ask. I just leave it to Monty. Monty rocks.
Monty does rock. Monte Carlo.
Live on Facebook. Oh, I don't have Facebook, Betty. I don't like Facebook. I had an account on Facebook several years ago.
I had one for about a year. Not even a year. I got rid of it.
I got it.
First time I got a
as
virus.
a way for my sons to stay.
The third time I got a virus.
But that didn't work, so. It is what it is. Actually, I have a sneaking suspicion my youngest son and his wife and their 2 girls will probably be up to visit. I don't know why, but I have a feeling. I got a feeling.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Go downtown.
So, live on Facebook. Okay, so what kind of,
Oh, yeah.
what kind of auction is it? What are they auctioning?
What kind of auction is it? Like, what type of stuff?
Hey, Meg. Camo.
Woo! Welcome, everybody. Everybody, welcome.
Does everybody have wrenches in here that wants a wrench?
I would have to call C and you.
Do any more wrenches?
Let me get you off in here.
Don't have them? I know to be careful. Liz is typing right now.
Hey!
That's only because she loves us. We love her too.
Better be a ruler in that hand.
Don't slap my knuckles. But I think everybody here is
The real McCoy.
Oh,
Come on, YouTube, load!
Nobody worries about me. Okay. You know?
Easy.
Well,
Easy.
I got it all the way up to the side.
Get choppy for a minute, guys. Might get
Now it's your turn.
What do you want from me?
If you need the firewood and I make the fire pit, then we can have dinner
on the show.
Oh man, so
Mike's having a show. We'll come back on after his show. We can do a lot. We got picked up the package now, so we have unlimited streaming now. We can go live anytime.
woo-hoo. Yeah, so are you guys interested if we go live
Come on,
like
low.
for 5 or 10 minutes tonight by the fire? Oh, mute that. Those people are horrible. What is wrong with them? Yes. Don't they know anything about muting? Jeez, howdy. You guys. Alright, the second a deer fly lands on me, though, I'm gonna go take a break inside. I'm about done with those deer flies. You guys ever been bit by a deer fly? I mean, I know baking soda, but ooh.
Fuck out blood. Lift me and Mitch Crescent Wrench. Right on, sir.
Hey, that's what they used to call me in high school. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a bad joke.
Okay, I have a question. What is a dehydrate tent? It's a tent that gets really hot, it's like a sauna, and it makes you sweat, and then you're dehydrated. You know, I don't know. That's a good question. I've never seen one before. I think we have heard of them,
Yes,
but I don't
Betty.
know what they're about.
Hey, pin that one from Betty.
Which one?
The
This
big
one?
That one. Yeah.
Gee.
You guys, that's a really good idea. If you've got canned goods that are gone out of date before they're too far out of date, dehydrate them suckers. And pound them up and use them for spaces.
Drain them, get them all dried off, and then put them on a rack, and yep. Dehydrate those suckers. And then they last even longer, and more of a problem.
A dehydrator. What do you mean? What is a dehydrator? Is that what the question was? What is a dehydrator?
Oh.
Well, it's like it's small little thing. You got multiple trays. Some of them you can add trays, and some of them, there's like a list where you go. The worse that is. I thought most people knew what dehydrators were. So it's got a little fan in the bottom, and it generates heat. When you dehydrate foods, any foods, you want to do it at low heat. So you can do them in your oven. You have to go as low as you can on the temperature of your oven. In order to be able to do it, you're going to have to watch them. You're going to have to turn them, you can't do it in your oven, though. It's very simple. I mean, you can dehydrate a lot of things. Like I said, that's how we make our pemmican as well as we dehydrate beef. Hey, Monty. Was the real Monty.
No. Betty was saying. Betty said something about the dehydrate tent, and that's why I asked.
What? Yeah, no. We were right. That's why I was saying I've never heard of one. I don't.
So then I put
a different form or style.
So then I put a sweat lodge ?
Yeah, I see that.
Well, I mean, kind of, yeah.
Nothing about a dehydrator. I know what a dehydrator is.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. I mean, then I was trying to think trying to remember who asked the question, but I don't think I have my glasses on for that.
They're so good.
They're look, they're about to come back off too because it's so darn hot out here, you guys.
But you couldn't find them.
Well, at least I'm losing a little bit of weight from those late night munchie attacks with you and Liz and Bella. Which I love you all. Milkshakes around the house, right?
Yeah. She didn't know, but we also had milkshakes on the list for last night's dinner, but didn't know they were going to be closed due to a death in their family. So when I called, they were closed. And I was like, oh. Because they've been talking about milkshakes for 2 days or 3 days. Down there. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm going to have milkshakes here soon.
Yeah, so I was like, ooh, can I have a milkshake? Then I was gonna rub it in, but I never got my milkshake, so I couldn't.
Love you,
So what
Les.
are you doing, Monty?
Yeah, what you up to?
Then
I mean, you don't sleep anymore either, so.
someone mentioned that they didn't know what a deer fly was. Never heard of it.
A deer fly. You ever heard of a horse fly?
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
I don't know who that was in chat.
All
So
right,
if you
who's
ever
our
heard of a horse
entomologist
fly?
in the crowd?
Bonnie
They
Phelps.
are Barney. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it.
They are different, but they do the same thing. They're horse flies like to bite.
Yeah.
Deer
You
flies
can
like to bite.
look them up right on Google. You can look up deer fly, and you'll get a good image of one.
They're
And
not
when they
quite as
bite,
big
though,
as-
when they shove that, they don't bite. They do the same thing mosquitoes do. They shove their needle down in your boy. You know when
Freaking
they
hurts.
pierce you, it hurts.
Um,
It's like someone took a needle and jabbed you.
yeah, and they're almost the size of horse flies, deer flies.
Yeah, some can
They're
get really
huge.
big. They're tiny to real big. And horse flies are just black, pitch black, and they do the same thing as what the deer. They all they don't bite, but they pierce into your skin, and that just it does. Yeah, they hurt. Mosquitoes, wow, but yeah, deer flies, horse flies. Of course, Monty understands. They hurt.
But we do live above a swamp, so.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of deer come through.
A lot of deer, coon, skunk, possum, groundhog.
I kind of feel like it feels
Squirrels,
like a Saturday. What about
chipmunks.
you? Have you lost track of your days yet?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
I think some have.
That's why I took last night off, so I could get track of them again. And then I woke up and it kind of feels like Saturday, so I know I'm the wrong way, but
It's only Tuesday.
I'm going to enjoy feeling like it's Saturday because who doesn't want a free Saturday, right?
I dozed off for like maybe an hour and that was it.
Oh man, you and Liz. I don't know who
Now you guys
supplies
can
your
do it.
batteries, but I can just only recharge so much before it's like, nope, leave me alone. I'm done. I got to sit down.
Oh, it wasn't by choice.
They were just up late gabbing last night, huh?
No. I was dealing with major toothache.
Oh,
Yeah, he's one of the time.
oh man.
Is it a molar or a front?
Back molar slash
Ah,
maybe a wisdom tooth, but it's got a great big hole in the side of it.
ooh, ow.
Are you
Yeah,
doing
that's how it
saltwater
all started for me. So.
mouth washes? Are you doing saltwater rinses? Keep the any infection
Lister-
down?
Listerine rinses and about a half bottle of ibuprofen so far.
Okay, just so you know, there's a lot of sugar in Listerine, and it actually will
make it worse.
It will make it
It
worse.
can make it worse.
Hurt wise.
Coffee.
Your best bet is
Coffee.
yes. There
Coffee
you go. Yep, it'll get rid of as long as it's black. You can get rid of everything, and there's no sugar, there's no cream.
If you do a warm salt rinse a couple
to the-
times a day too, and that'll make sure that you can keep the infectious bacteria down, like where you're not going to be suffering with that. Do you have clove
Kind of
oil?
like when you got no, I don't. Kind of like when you got a sore throat, salt water.
Yeah,
Right.
because it kills things.
Right.
It kills bacteria.
Right.
Yeah. That's why if you ever anybody that's listening and pass the tip along, whenever you go to the beach and you get a chance and you're walking through the beach, make sure you do get the sand between your toes and scrunch them around a little bit because naturally it gets rid of all dead skin cells first off. And be careful about how much you walk because you can do it to where your skin is like basically brand new and you can make it very tender. But man, any chance you can, walking in that sand and where the water, not the dry, but more the wet, the salt water first off, the sand, man,
Good stuff. That's why
Makes
everybody
your
loves
feet
going walking
beautiful.
barefoot.
And if you can
Of the
have a which I'm going to be building soon, this is going to be another sand pit. I had one down in North Carolina, and I had it around my fire pit, and I made it 4 foot out and all around. When you came in the fire pit, you just took your shoes off and you walked around the fire pit, and it helps keep your feet, keeps the bacteria gone. Is what it does. It helps so much. That way, shoes don't stink and get that
Besides,
smelly.
barefoot's good for you.
Being exactly. Barefoot's good for you, anyhow. Being grounded.
Last time I walked on a beach was in 07 in LA.
In LA?
Last time I walked on a beach was in 98 in February in the Atlantic Ocean in the north. But I can say I walked in the Atlantic Ocean. So.
Mine was
That's
98.
weird.
Yeah, 98.
That's weird.
Ocean City, Maryland.
In
Been a long
98,
time.
I was in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh wow, sweet.
Did I live in North Carolina in 98? No, it was before that.
Now, are you a techie type background?
No, I was traveling with this company that installed warehouse rail installations that the cranes ride on.
The cranes, yeah.
I've been to like 40 some states.
Oh, awesome!
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like driving a D5 around.
We had cranes where I was working at it was a pharmaceutical pill bottle, cough syrup, eye drop, one to the warehouse.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal job. When I started, it was $15 an hour. They're at like I think almost 19 or 20 just to start down in the warehouse, and they're not too bad. They're too structured towards. They're too slimline. They preach they're about family. They preach they're about their people. But on the inside, when you get in there and you bring something arise or you say something to help the company and you're shut down, you're pushed down, and
you gotta be related to somebody.
Yeah,
Seriously.
And then you gotta also be related to somebody. They're good people. There's nothing wrong with people that work there or anything. It's just the company. It's too slimline. It's too.
And it's from another country, so.
And then they're from Germany. Great, like I said, they've owned them before, and then they sold them, and then it changed hands several times, and then they went from being glass to glass and plastic to just plastic. And in that time, they did all the same stuff. They just got away from the glass, except for like things that they order in for filling orders. But that stuff comes from one of their sister companies that they were associated with. So, I mean, that's not a big deal. But it just, like I said, they're too slimline. So the point system, you've got a family problem or issue, and you got to jump through hoops to get the paperwork through. There's a lot of it's just paperwork. You go up, you ask for a form, you fill it out, then it goes on to the next step. And then it goes, you got to take it to the supervisor. Then from the supervisor, you got to take it back up front, give it to your ours. We had to go to our PR. And then from there, he okayed it, and then we had to take it over to the next guy, which he had to okay it as well. And it was jumping through hoops just to get something for if I needed, a couple days off or to do something for the family, or if I just wanted time off. Had to be 6 months in advance. So I had to plan everything out how I wanted it, so I could apply my vacation time. Like I said, paid good, great benefits, can't complain. I had made sure I had the best of the best, but it just came to the point where I was there almost 70 hours a week, and that wasn't even by choice. On some points, it wasn't even by choice. It was I had to be there because they were getting shorthanded. They needed extra hand.
Yeah, they make it mandatory.
And what we did is down the warehouse, which they call palletizing. It was its own form. It wasn't something like where you just come in and you learn. No, it literally, honestly takes 2.5 months, even with a very intelligent person that understands the type of system it is. It takes 2.5 months, and that's the shortest you can get at training for the whole system. And that's knowing how the machines work, when they're coming down, when that product's changed, doing everything you need to do. I was one of the very few that understood how it worked, and it's something that you get trained into. It's not just something you can go down and start running. We've had people try it before, and we tell them, look, come on, step right up. I can do, just saying I can do your job. That's easy to do. And then they get in about 5 minutes into it, and they've got skids sitting everywhere, and they don't know what to do or which direction to go. And it's funny to watch, but it's at the same time, they learn their lesson. They get a higher respect towards what the person has to do down there in the warehouse. But
Yeah.
and they're great fork drivers. That's the thing. They're great fork drivers. They've worked in warehouses before, but they never worked with that particular system to understand certain timing. And you had to know it. If you didn't know it, you were
Absolutely,
stuck.
Betty. Prayers for your granddaughter.
But when it comes down to it, like I said, so to hire somebody just to get them in down there, you can't. You got to hire within the company because they have to understand the system that they worked with up what they called different buildings, which was one huge building, but they were individualized.
Right on, Meg.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Building 5 was maintenance. It was just a small little, but it's just little things that were built within the company as they went. They just called them buildings.
Meg.
And then the warehouse was building
Medications 4. Will do that to you.
So, and the warehouse was huge. It was the size of the entire plant. So you had the warehouse plus the entire, so it was a huge complex. But loved working there, and they had great, like I said, great benefits. They pretty much it was $5 for me, my wife was $5, my daughter $5 just to go down to Columbus Zoo. That's all we had to pay for the tickets, and we had the whole entire zoo. We got the tickets that we could go throughout the whole day. We could eat either with the group or we could eat by ourselves, but everything was taken care of other than our drinks throughout the day and snacks. But they supplied a lunch and they supplied a dinner if you were to stay into the night. So, I mean, it was really cool. It wasn't that it wasn't awesome
they did
working
baseball
there.
Games.
They did all kinds of stuff. When I first got there, they used to, and they did it for years until about 1.5 years after I was in. And then the company had changed hands. And then all of a sudden, our once a month vegetable fruit trays stopped coming in, which we had. No, that was once a week. That stopped, and then
everybody
once a month.
Once a month.
It would be at the end of one month and the beginning of another month, but it'd be once. It would be every 2 months. So it'd be every 2 months, but it was a huge birthday cakes they bring in for the people of the month prior and the month coming. So it would be at the end of one month and the beginning of the next month, and then it would be 2 months, and then they would do it again, bunch of cakes for whoever's birthday. And they respected their employees. Bonuses were $5,000 to $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000. That dropped out when I got there. I hadn't been there long enough to get any kind of bonus, so I didn't get that type of bonus. I hadn't been there 2 years to get the first bonus, which was $2,500. So once they took that out, and they took out a whole bunch of other stuff, it was just basically go to work, keep your head bowed, and just do your job and leave and go home. Because if you tried to ask any questions, you were beat up over it, and basically, who are you? You're just a number to us. So, and that even went for some of the people that were in there, and that was the bad part. And those are the ones when you see how power actually went to their head versus being respectful towards just the natural man and woman working. But they had great stuff. So I was able to get all my teeth pulled when I was there just before I got there. So I had all my teeth pulled. So when I got in, I didn't have the best insurance, but I was able to get other things done, make it easier on me the rest of the time. And then,
real quick,
Betty,
do you mind if I share your prayer request for Liberty Warrior Nation as well? They got some good prayer warriors over there too, and power of prayer, I believe in it. And I would like to do that if you don't object.
Yeah, they're doing that at 3. They're doing that at 3 o'clock Central Time today.
Oh, yeah. So 4 o'clock Eastern Time.
Yeah.
If you want to go over, buddy, they're having a. Well, Monty, if we don't get over there, would you or Liz or Tracy please share Betty Daly's granddaughter for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to go through the prayer list.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, he said he's going to go through the prayer list before he gets started there.
No problem.
Yeah, that sun's finally over us now.
So hot.
It'll start to cool down now.
All right, Betty. Thank you. I just didn't want to do it without asking, but I would pray for you to continue anyway, and for her. Absolutely. Absolutely. All she needs is some more grandma time. That's all. She'll be fine. Yeah, we will pray for them. Thank you, guys. Yeah, because I want to get over there, but we can't sit and, get in there. And
then we're not getting our firewood done.
I'm hungry already. I got up early today to chop wood before it got hot.
Girls, I tell you, they got the hamburger, they got the bacon ready, they got the onions. They got it all planned out. All I got to do is just get the fire going here and get some actual firewood, and so.
I only had one meal today.
What?
We may or may not pop in for a couple minutes. If you guys don't want to pop up, that's fine. If you do, that's fine too. If nobody shows up, we'll go ahead and call it. And if you guys want to start showing up just to have a place to be off to the side and chat, you're more than welcome. And we'll just be by the fire and doing that. Then we can show you our bacon onion buns before we eat them if you want. Or can we post a picture? Can we do that?
Yeah, we can post pictures.
Have you ever had bacon onion bomb?
Me?
Yeah. Anybody? Hi, Raina.
Can't say that I have.
It's so good. So good. I won't be able to eat the beef in the middle, but I'll be able to eat the onion.
Take an onion, go to the bottom. No, not the bottom, the top, and you core it like with a melon ball core.
Liz says hi, Raina.
But you make sure you get a big onion.
Liz.
You core that.
And Betty.
And then it's enough to fit probably not a quarter-pound hamburger, but a little bit less than a quarter-pound hamburger. And you take it and you make sure however you like your hamburger to be done. But you take that and you stuff that inside the onion. And then you take bacon and you start to wrap the onion in different directions, because when you start to barbecue them, you don't actually have them over the fire.
Yeah, it's more like a smoke.
It's a barbecue, so it's like like smoking a beef brisket. They sit in there at the 200 and 189 and 190, wrapped in the bacon. And then what the bacon does is it starts to shrink and it holds the onion together. And as it's doing that, it's being smoked, secondly. And thirdly, it's cooking the hamburger inside as well.
So good.
At a higher temperature. It's not just for smoke. You just can't have it over a flame. You got to have it in heat, like baking it. But
Oh, you know what? Man. I know what Monty and Liz would like.
So good.
They have a recipe. Really the Barbecue Pit Boys. They have a recipe for these whiskey burgers.
Ooh, yeah, whiskey burgers.
They have portobello mushrooms on top and everything, man.
You gotta see them. They're huge. They're just gigantic.
It's like party-size hamburgers. Oh, but still, man. It's really. I want to try it someday.
And they're sitting there drinking beer with it, so I mean, it's good. Whiskey burgers with beer.
Oh,
we can't take that over to Riddle, though. So
Hi, Rena.
I don't know the. Oh, Monty says hi.
Hello, Monty.
Oh gosh, Betty, I'm gonna let you pick. I really I'm interested to dig into every one of them, but I don't even know what the list looks like. But I know you mentioned you had that Indian medicine one, and that might be a good one to start.
We'll give you
I don't know.
We'll give you an email. And here right after the show, I want to say something, but it doesn't need to be. But yeah, we'll catch up with you and
And one
Mushrooms
more
are
thing
good,
is that
Liz.
if no mushrooms on yours, oh man, mushrooms are the bomb. But okay, all right, Liz. Well, Liz likes tequila too, so what can we say?
Yeah, she
I
likes
mean,
them little worms.
I'm just like, no worm, no, nothing with a worm. That's about as girly as I get, I think. What was I saying?
I don't know. What were you saying?
Crap. Betty, if you can scan them into your computer, we can send them out like PDFs. We can make the books into PDFs and send them out that way. And then they're just files on the computer.
What?
I swear the last 4 shows that I've been on or seen, I've gained 15 pounds from all the food we talk about.
I know. I'm sorry. I never wanted to join that club, but I couldn't help myself when
you will hear of food here because we're going to have another show that does food too. So, and I didn't know Liberty Warrior was going to do his, but we'd already. Our whole plan is, see, we're using one channel for my wife's Rain Paint Studios, arts and crafts, my brother for sawmilling and building furniture. So all these different playlists will be different named with all the shows within them on one channel.
You're hungry.
Right.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mom.
And we were going to do a cooking one because between my brother, me, my wife, the whole family, we all love to cook different things. We all have a niche for something that we all love off of each other that we just can't make, or it doesn't.
Oh, your stomach is
come out
hungry.
right.
Well, if you've named your stomach hungry, then what did you name the rest of them?
Stomach's name is Hungry?
I know.
Oh, man.
Liz, I wasn't talking about those kind of mushrooms.
She really wants the s'mores is what she really wants. She's just trying to be polite about it.
Yeah. I want a nice big portobello steak. Grilled. I love portobello mushrooms. They are just. Oh! Hee. Oh, guess what I found? See if I can take you guys with me here.
What?
Well, come see. Hold on. Let me see if I can do the camera thing. Okay. You see them? Those are turkey tail.
Yeah. Those are good.
They're tiny. Those are clovers, of course, right there. So, but turkey tail mushroom. And they get really big up here too. Just watch the string. Take the whole house down. I'll make you set it up by yourself next time. You see? Watch my machete. All right. Sorry, Monty, we're not being very good hosts right now. We're a little scatterbrained when it's camping day. Even the backyard camping. We love backyard camping too. Doesn't cost you anything.
We're camping in our driveway.
Right on.
I could even probably get us up here. I'll look now.
Oh, he's really making you. Oh. He makes you motion sick. Just tell him. They're screaming stop in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. Turkey tail.
Can we show them inside of the tent?
Oh, believe me, that baby ain't really hungry. She's getting to the point where it's like, oh, dinner's right around the corner, so I'm hungry now.
Me looking at you.
But you are, because we haven't even set up fire pit yet. So if you want to go grab something snack until dinner, light snack, because we're making the bacon and we're doing the requested items, and corn on the cob, and the tomatoes.
Here's a good question. Can you eat them?
Yeah. Yes. Well, you can, but they don't digest well. They're better used in it, like to dry them out and powder them, and then use them as in a tea. That is not my best angle, honey, at all. Not even a little bit.
What you doing?
Hey, can yeah.
Yeah, you just leave.
All right, they're all
profession-
gonna leave us. They're
my-
dropping off like flies. They're just like, what the? I don't know. These people can't get their stuff together.
What?
Guys, Quinn, stop leaving.
They're not leaving.
Can you time that just perfectly? Yes, we're talking about food again.
Canadian Patriot. Yeah, we're talking about food again.
Well, I mean, we could go do the news, but everybody else is doing the news, and man, you get cognitive dissonance if you follow it all day. You got to take a break.
The news is
We don't
overrated.
mind talking about it, but we just don't aim to be.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about it. I'll jump down a rabbit hole quick as the next person.
News,
But I'll do
news is
research.
overrated.
I've actually jumped down a lot of them. I wanted to get a T-shirt that says "Warren Warrior" and like a bunny and a helmet with an AK. You know.
That would be adorable, but also terrifying at the same time.
Hey, Southern. So yeah, anybody else want to come up? I suppose I could be a good host and post that link again. Is it still on the clipboard? Oh, you're awesome, babe. That's why I love you.
What? What did I do now?
The right stuff.
It wasn't me.
I mean it when I say that. You know I do.
It wasn't me.
New rabbit holes. Camo, you better watch out for the new ones. I think a lot of those are manufactured. You might run into an AI bot down one of them.
Sticking to it.
Oh, I come across a couple a while ago.
Well, go ahead. I'm all ears. Yeah, I don't get it.
Hey, Daddy.
I told you I'd probably set the front up wrong.
I don't think so. You just have it on that photo.
Go ahead. I'm still listening. Oh,
Oh
hey.
no, I'm good.
I got somebody else here.
He's like, oh no, we're not covering that topic right now.
Hey, what's going on?
Backyard
What's up,
camping
Southern?
today.
Going on.
A whole lot of anything, man. Just got off work, just got done doing all of my orders, and I am
Right
chilling.
on.
About to go give me a nap in a minute,
Look, I was
like
testing
an
out
old
my
man.
out my new cheap favorite tool. Did I tell you guys how much I paid for this sucker?
Hell yeah! How much you pay for it?
I paid $5 for this at Tractor Supply. It's just a cheap little machete, and I bought it because I want to start a forge, and I can get 2 full blades and tangs out of this one blade, and it's a pretty good steel. You know, it's not
Does
anything
the
great, but
does the blade run all the way through
was
the
gonna
handle?
go with it. Oh, Monty,
Hold on.
say that again.
Does the blade run all the way through the handle?
No, I got a little. Oh, you mean it doesn't have a tang on it? Yeah, it does.
Mom.
I mean, does the actual blade, like the metal of it, does it run all the way through the handle?
Yeah,
I think it does have a tang in it.
It's
It's got the rivet at the.
there's no metal showing anywhere, so it probably comes up in here.
But anyway,
I would say probably up in here.
I didn't buy that to actually use it because I didn't think it was going to be worth
$5.
it.
You can't even buy a combo at McDonald's for that anymore.
No,
Right?
you can't.
So,
Not that you would want to.
mashed potato. That's got to be
Yeah.
Monty. So I bought this for $5 for the purpose of having the blade so that I could cut out 2 tangs, two blades with tangs, and forge them and make my own knives, right? And this was going to be my practice. And then
Well,
this morning we got an early start to get some kindling and some small wood ready, and we had a tree that come down a couple months ago, and so it's nice and dead, and I had to whack my way through the weeds. So I got to use my machete this morning. I whacked my way through the weeds, and then I started to saw, and the teeth on this thing bite like you wouldn't believe. All right, hi guys.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
pretty
I'm on
aggressive.
the host, but welcome.
Hi, Heather.
Whenever I'm out to
Hi,
work, I always
Southern.
carry.
Hi, my
Sorry, go
brother
ahead.
Monty.
Hey.
How you feeling, Monty?
I dozed off for about an hour and that's it.
Oh, really? Well, I only got
Yeah.
3, but at least I got a little bit more than you.
Look, once you hit 40, you can't be partying all night and getting up for work the next day. Don't work no more.
40? What's that age?
It's a number.
Yeah, I'm 2 years away.
Hi, Liz. Hi,
Did you have a good,
Meg. Hi,
So
Camo.
yeah.
you have a good day at work today, Craig or Chip?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad today. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's the daily BS, you know. Nothing new.
Hi, Betty.
You just want
I
to
heard
come up
some,
and shout everybody out, huh?
kind of funny news though. I guess it's funny. I dropped a video on it a second ago. So, in Washington State County Jail, they're giving the inmates there 10 free packs of ramen if they take the sleeve.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Man, you
Dude,
know how
they
much
only
those
cost
ramen
25 cents on
is?
commissary.
I mean, they're giving them a choice. I was like, well, at least they're not making them do it. I mean, get free
No, but it's that whole point
ramen.
behind it.
Oh, that's
how
nuts,
dumb
dude.
you gotta get.
I know it's happening
mean-
in a lot of prisons. I know that
Ice cream cones, donuts, now 10 free packs of ramen noodles.
Stu Peters had a prison guard on, and he came out and he was like, "Look, they're threatening to, everybody's got a choice to take the thing, but if there's a nurse that tells them they don't have to, and that's their choice, they make sure that the nurse's security clearance is revoked for the grounds, and then they can't even get in to come to work. They're doing the same thing with officers that are that work in the med bays. If they're telling people it's okay, you ain't got to take it because that's your choice, they're getting fired, they're getting laid off, they're getting suspended. They're putting inmates in suicide watch, which is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And then telling them they can't have visits with their family and their kids. And I don't care how many rights you take away while people are doing their due diligence and whatnot, but that environment saves some people. And and I didn't mean to get serious on you know, but
It was my fault. I brought it up.
that environment can save certain people. And so to be doing that and holding they already dehumanize you in a situation like that, okay? They already take away all your humanity and strip you of anything that looks even remotely like respect. And so you do that, and then you take the only outlet that most of those people have is their family come visit them once a month, or their kids. They get to see their kids or whatever, and they're telling them they can't do that unless they get the shot. What are they going to do? They're going to get the shot. And it's
I'm so sorry. I'm really
you can't
sorry
treat
for bringing that up, man. It seemed like
Oh,
everybody
no,
was having a
no.
good time, and I show up, man, and I'm talking about the crap, and I'm
You're good,
sorry,
you're
man.
good, you're good.
That's what's awesome about y'all's channel is to
Nobody,
come here and forget about
nobody
all that
talks
stuff.
about that stuff. Nobody talks
Yeah.
about that stuff.
But it's the little things that,
And
yeah,
that's
and
important,
it's true.
too.
It's not that it's not true out there.
Everybody's known somebody that's been in jail or in prison, whether wrong or right. Everybody knows somebody.
Yeah, my wife spent 14 months. It has a lot to do with the reason why we got out of the lifestyle we were in before. Man, it's just it'll really do terrible things to good people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So on another subject, you asked the other day what I was going to use or do first out of the Back to the Basics book. And I was looking into the dye section because as a trapper you got to dye your traps, wax your traps every season. So I'm starting to get prepped and all that stuff ready. I've got my 2 most recent set of traps that I bought. They need to be dyed again. The rest of them they didn't catch anything. They still got a good dye. So go ahead.
Real quick, if you're going to use walnut husks or inkberries as any of your dyes, you need to wear gloves with that. If you're going to let kids use them, you need to wear gloves with that. Walnut
Gotcha.
will stay in your skin for days and days and days. And but if
1 second.
okay. What was I saying? Oh, an inkberry though, they need to be wearing gloves because I'll let Raina. She makes ink out of inkberries here.
But you gotta have gloves on.
But I make her. She's got to wear gloves and stuff, and then it goes into a glass bottle, and then from there,
even if they're just a plastic glove, whatever. Even if it's like a food plastic glove, just make sure you have plastic gloves on. So
I'm well, the logwood dye is what
I heard that.
I've been buying the logwood dye because it's pretty cheap anyway. But you can make that from boiling down the oak bark and pine bark, maple bark. There's a lot of different ones. So I'm gonna go with probably pine. I got some really big pine trees here and some really big oak trees right here in the yard. I ain't even really got to go far to, you know.
Yeah. That's like us. I mean, we're surrounded by woods. Yeah. All we got to do is take time and go pull out a couple dead trees. You know.
Yeah.
We lost Canadian again. Oh. We're gonna can we also, Monty, Tracy, Liz, can we also add a Canadian Patriot to that prayer list if you guys are over there today?
She came up and then she had to leave.
She's having a private message. She's been dealing with a lot of pain here lately, and she's trying to get better. Bless her heart.
Keep her in there. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. And
welcome.
Betty and Bonnie. Yes, I heard both of those things. That they did not approve it. They extended the emergency use authorization.
So
they did not approve it.
And that's what they were just trying to do. They were just trying to put another scare tactic. You gotta look at how they're doing it. It's just another way to try to push people to.
And Russia's not the first country that shut down the vacation due to somebody say the word. I don't have it. Inefficiency. Inefficiency. I probably spelled it wrong too.
Well, I think they got it.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just hanging out at the tent, and I found some turkey tail mushroom today.
You found some what mushrooms?
Turkey tail.
Awesome. What you gonna do with those?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna turn them into medicine.
Okay.
It is a really good medicine. It's very powerful. And then I'm gonna talk to Betty and find out exactly what I can use it for.
Make a video out of that.
I will. I'll do that. I really got to get back to hacking some wood and building some fire pits, but
yeah.
But we love you guys, and we like spending time.
We're gonna cut it about 3:30.
So what's up, Monty? Like I'm just sitting here chilling.
Just chilling.
I was helping you out, taking up space. If you're laughing in the background, unmute yourself so I can hear you.
Probably hurts you even talk sometimes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot that quickly. Jeez, I'm out there today. Do morels grow near you? Yes, Camo. They hunt for morels every year around here. They will come up into folks' property to get some morels and some golden seal and some wild ginseng.
Wild ginseng, yeah. And also the mushrooms that are on the side of the tree. They call them something else.
They're not the turkey tail. They're another kind.
There's another one.
They're really good.
They're
like a big fluffy white.
Yeah. Huge.
Sometimes orange.
Huge.
Sometimes they have a little bit of orange.
We get them all over the place up here on the side of the road. So you just watch a vehicle go up and they're just stopping. They go down, collect, and back to the car. We drive up a little bit, collect.
We're in what they call locally what they call Wolf Creek, but
look at my name.
It's
I've been changing it every 5 minutes.
I
know.
I can't.
I didn't know you could go in here and change it while you're in stream. That's cool.
I didn't know that either. I saw it when I was
making.
So.
Yeah, so we decided we're going to do a backyard camp out. Raina really wanted to go camping, and all different stuff going on and stuff. We just decided we'd set up the tent out here, and we'll build another fire pit. Can't have enough fire pits, right? So
That's right.
Right.
Hey, you know, another thing, one of the other projects I'll probably dig into in that book is making a full smoke pit. Building your smoke pit down low and then having the funnel that goes about 6 feet, 7 feet up into
I
the
knew you'd
smokehouse.
like that. I almost
Yeah,
texted you the other night and sent you the page numbers for it. I almost sent it to you and said, check out chapter whatever it is, 14 or something. I don't even know.
yeah. That book is a
Chuck.
great addition to the collection for sure.
Ooh.
Never heard of that, but I'm sure you can.
Yeah,
That's
that
for
book,
sure.
I love
Morel
that book,
pizza?
man. If I had to recommend one book for anybody to get started, that would be the book I would recommend. Because it gives an overview and enough information that if you had to take off and you needed one book in your pack on how to set up your own homestead, there it is, right? And you got to do a little bit of digging, further research on some stuff, but if you had nothing else and you could only carry one thing, I'd take that book.
Yeah. If you take that book and you combine it with like a small series of bushcraft survival,
Yeah.
between that little series of books, you wouldn't really need anything else. Because that back to the basics, it really explains so much detail. When a lot of the other books, they give you so many examples, they don't have room for the detail.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I love about that too. I mean, that book gives you such good overview and such good instruction down to its basic form. You know,
it tells
you
you
can make
why.
your own soap. Did you see that, making your own lye out of wood ash?
Making your own
Did you see that? Lye, LYE, for soap,
No, I haven't checked that
soap
out yet.
making.
Lye.
All right. Well,
It's easy to make.
And most people will look past that, how to make your own soaps thing. But what it's doing is if you go in there and read, it's teaching you how to pull the potash out of your wood ash, how to make lye, which you can use lye for lots of things. But this is, and it tells you how to dilute it for your certain soaps and all that. It's really good. And soap is just lye and some kind of fat at its basic. What's that, Monty?
Yeah, you got to be careful with lye because you got to dilute it because that stuff will eat right through your skin.
Yeah, it's caustic.
I was about to say, have y'all seen Fight Club?
Yeah.
My dad and my aunt had scars on their necks from when they was little, and my grandma was making lye soap, and they had those scars all the way to the day they died.
There's a second edition.
We did not know that, Camel Carl. Sorry to interrupt you real quick.
There's a second edition,
There's a second
Greg.
edition to the Back to the Basics.
Do you have the second edition or the first edition? I have, mine's dated like 1978 or something. I don't care. I still love it. I got it from a thrift store for 25 cents.
Very interesting.
I'm curious. I'm
I
gonna
buy
go check.
copies of that and give it away for presents for Christmas when I can find them.
Yeah, it's awesome book. Yeah, that's our hobby.
So one of the things I encountered earlier was during an emergency situation.
Mute Greg for a minute, or mute your friend for a minute.
Here, let me, yeah. 1 second until he gets back.
Okay, go ahead, man.
There you go. Is that better?
During an emergency situation, i.e., whenever the big scare event is probably going to happen, but there's an executive order where they can take control of all media to put out an EBS.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, so here's the thing: we got EBS in Ohio.
1 second.
We got EBS in Ohio, but like Jeff got it on one of his old phones that doesn't have any service anymore.
Yeah, that
and hasn't for years.
Past one we were supposed to have. Everybody was supposed to
Neither
get.
one of our new phones got service or got the EBS. None of the TVs, not the Xbox, nothing else got
anything.
any kind of EBS whatsoever. But his old
My
phone.
old phone, no service, no nothing.
So I don't know how do you think they're going to do that? I mean, do you believe this whole Tesla satellite switchover
And
thing?
here's the thing: they even stated on several different little little outputs, not just Fox and well, CNN didn't post, but I know what's his name? Not Hannity, but Tucker. He had it out. He also talked about the numbers of the percentage of the Apple and how many they withheld from doing the Apple EBS from Apple and
like
the
70.
off-brand ISO phones, which are Androids and whatnot. It was 50.
No, it was more than that. It was like 92% of Apple phones did not receive EBS, and 76% of other
something close to that, yeah,
platforms.
Of the other platforms, and they refused to put the EBS out.
But I also know, everybody was scheduled for that August 11th, right? Well, we weren't the only country scheduled for a nationwide EBS.
Yeah,
Guatemala was scheduled for one. I think Canada was. Somebody from Canada, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you guys also scheduled for EBS for August 11th? Somebody's Canadian. They hang out all the time with us.
But the real EBS, that might have been a test, but the real EBS is not going to happen until the actual big scare event. World War III. It'll be like a World War III event.
Right.
Okay, Camel, hold
on. Yeah, I believe that. So
I
okay,
checked my
Monty.
phone. I checked my phone after this last. I checked my phone after this last update or two, and it's not showing the emergency presidential message anymore. Where my phone will receive it, and it used to show it.
So it's not even giving you the option anymore for anything, is it?
No.
See, they said something about that, and there's a way to go back and reset them before that update, so they can't control that function. But I think that if all the chips are in place, anybody that's seen a computer motherboard knows that it is simply a line of code, right? I mean, it's simply a line of code that's put in there, and boom, and it's a flip. It's a word. It flips a switch in the program. But we didn't even get them on our ham radios. We turned on our ham radios. Yeah, she said she was. I think she's getting off. She might be listening, but yeah, Canadian.
Does she want to be run shoot? I can't remember.
Yes.
You tell her that.
I told her I would, and Betty.
The Warren Warrior.
I trust all these. And Cassie.
We were able to get in now today, so I'm able to add people.
Yeah, that outside signal does wonders.
Yeah, we're outside. Yeah, exactly. Even though we might be still choppy, but.
So do you feel like that there's still going to be one coming? And what do you think that will be a precursor to?
I don't know. I have a feeling within the next 2 to 3 weeks, if not sooner, around in there.
Yes, they grow near us. We have some on the property, Carl.
I think so. I think so too. I wouldn't go as far as putting a date that goalpost moves too much, and I don't believe I would go as far as saying a reinstatement either. And that's just my opinion on where we are now. I have high hopes.
I'm just going by how things are looking the last week and so, and how everything has progressed.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff's coming together in ways that we're unaware of. I don't even know. Look, I'm going to be honest where I stand on this. I see too many shades of gray to be able to define white and black. You understand what I mean by that? Or am I just talking riddle?
Yeah, I understand.
And I think for people to definitely put certain folks in certain categories might be a little bit more naive than they're willing to admit. And I don't mean any offense to anyone out there. All I mean by that is that we are all human.
Thank you, Camel.
We're all human beings, and we are all destined to have failures as such. So, be careful where you place your faith, I guess. Right? Is that okay to say, do you think? Well, it's said now, so.
It's said now. No
That's
offense.
the story of my life.
No offense.
It's said now. That's the story of my life.
All right.
Yeah,
If
so
you watch a,
I don't know.
if you watch a certain
ahead.
person's video from today, that she's in DC.
Are we talking about the investigator with
Yeah.
typically red hair in the storybooks that I used to read as a teenager?
Well, yeah, that's the only thing that's in there. She put out a video earlier this morning, and it was showing something, but it's not really a biggie.
Okay.
I don't know. They're either getting ready to pull the 20. They're getting ready to pull the 20. They're getting ready to either pull the 25th on Sleepyhead, or this other thing going on across the water is going to be maybe the scare. I don't know.
I think this isn't going to be. Here's my thing: is I don't think that this is going to be a one location deal. I think that this event has to be big enough that it's global, and by that, I'm afraid I feel like they're going to pull off more than one at the same time.
That's what I'm kind of
the date that's coming up and how they're using it to try to brand God-loving people. I think we're going to see some of that. I don't want us to, but I think unfortunately that we're going to see some of that terror visited upon our fellow Americans, and I think it's not just going to happen in America. I think it's going to happen.
That's why my name is like that.
We are in for a civil war.
Yes, we are. We are. What I mean is, I feel like it's going to go very kinetic, and I don't want it to. But if you look at everything that we're going through, and I don't care if you think the Holocaust was a hoax or not, that doesn't even matter to me. The question of it is, why don't you remember that and how it started and how afterward everybody said, why didn't anybody stand up and do anything? Why didn't anybody stop those people? I'm not going to be that person.
By then it was too late.
Right.
That's what I don't want to have to answer that question.
What's that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to have to answer that question when somebody, one day when I'm only 30 years old right now. I've got a long time left to live. And after all this is over with, I don't want somebody looking back saying, what did you try to do? And I don't want to have to lie and say, well, I tried to do this and I tried to do that. I'm going to have to tell them I didn't do shit. But on the other hand, I feel like as long as they've been working on this, it's already sunk down in the brains of so many of us that if something major doesn't happen now, it's only going to add 10 more years or 15 more years to the waiting list before it happens again. Because if we don't have something that really does wake everybody up,
if there is not an actual major scare event or multiple scare events, what we're going to run into is that the people who have been teetering on the edge of the brink, and you guys know who I'm talking about, the people who are ready to just lock and load and go, right? And then you got the other people who were just like, we get to destroy everything and you better give me all your shit for free. Those kind of people. And that is the tipping point right there. And it's going to come down to those
I'm targeting.
Are going to end up, they're not going to wait. If there is not a major massive event to bring humanity together again, like, and dare I say, that September date, because you remember when that day happened.
Yep.
And even if you were little, right? Everybody
Yep.
knows. Everybody my age, at least, knows where they were on that day. They remember that day. They remember that people didn't have color. It was all
didn't matter
the
what it
color was
was.
ash. The color of your skin was ash, and you were either there to help or you were there because you needed help. And
Or you were in the way.
or yeah, well, I don't think there were a whole lot of people in the way. I actually lived up in New Jersey when that happened, and
That was a comment for the politicians.
yeah, and from where I was located, you could see the smoke. So
Hi, Raina.
Hey,
say hi. Yes, don't be rude. We've taught you better than that, haven't we?
So like,
Oh, we
I
got
think they're
another
good.
one.
That's a daddy looking little baby, ain't she?
But
What's her name?
Ava.
Hi, Ava.
hi, Ava.
Hello, Ava.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Heather.
bring up a little digital Go ahead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to, and I don't care again what side you contribute it to, right? It doesn't even matter. The fact is, something is going to be made to happen from one side or the other. This is not going to fizzle out and go away. You know,
okay.
we can have dystopia. It's either going to end up as dystopia, or Hunger Games, or like the planets from the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy series. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Divergent.
I feel like a dog backed into a corner. I did not ask to be in this situation. I did
Right.
not ask to be here. They are forcing my hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am Grog from Perseids 6.
Yeah, and I understand that, but we all know what happens when you back an animal in a corner.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this
yeah.
is where I
Backed
think
into a corner.
that for as much strategic planning as has been done on both sides, as much strategic planning has been done, they have mistaken humanity's will to survive. They have mistaken our will to stand up and go, oh hell no, my survival instincts are way stronger than that. And then you're gonna start feeling like that animal backed in a corner, and you might as well turn a bunny into a badger when you back an animal into a corner, you know.
That's right.
Or when you come after their young, and essentially we are animals. We have opposable thumbs and trigger fingers, you know, and
We're civilized, you know. If they want to shut
Problem is-
civilization down, time to bring the animal back up.
Yeah.
All right. You want to know something
that's the
special
thing.
about
It's
that?
going to get kinetic somewhere. That was my point. Go ahead.
You want to know something? You want to know what's something special about that anniversary date to me?
Yes.
The September 1/1. All right.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize it, but in 2005, that's the day I got baptized. That was that day in 2005.
Wow.
And
That's
then
awesome.
2 years ago, my mom had a card where all my aunts and uncles got baptized. My uncle and my dad, both in 1954, got baptized on that same day.
That's cool.
You know, talking back about
There
that
aren't that
day,
many
it helps me remember. I was 10 years old. I was in class the day that it happened, and during that point in time in my life, like every day after school, I was going over to my friend's house after school until my mom got off work. And whenever we got to his house that afternoon, his mom made us, and he was a year younger than me. We're 9 and 10 years old. Made us sit down and watch the TV and watch what was going on. And I remember, so I mean, I guess a little encouragement for those of us that are worried about our kids and how they're going to accept all this. I remember being a 10-year-old kid and watching what was going on and understanding, you know, just how awful it
every
was.
generation every generation has had an event like that. And I can speak for Monty on this one. I know for certain. But our childhood trauma that they gave us was the first teacher to go into space, and the shuttle was up on live TV.
Yeah, I remember that.
And all the
January
kids are
1986.
Yep.
I knew I could speak for you on that one, Monty. 75 was a good year.
January of
Yeah.
'86. I remember that.
And so what you're saying is true, because what you don't realize until you look back at their history is that oh babe, I'm comfy.
So I'm trying to get the sun off this.
Is that they've put every generation through some type of childhood trauma on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Each one of those, and I know there's been like one of those really memorable events in every generation. And you think about that, man, again, that's why I can't say there's white hats or black hats or freaking red and pink and blue hats. I see several shades of gray.
Yeah.
And we're all human. We're all human. And I used to trust the plan. The thing about it was they want you to stop digging where they stop digging, and I dig deeper. I go deeper, and I always have, and I always will. Because just because you tell me that's all there is to know doesn't mean that's all there is to know. And
Right.
once you get so far down and you're learning way more than they're trying to give you, or they're claiming like, this is the end point. This is what. No, y'all haven't pulled up. Yeah, you haven't even gone to the root of that decline yet. That taproot goes way down, right? So, I don't have trust in that. I don't have trust in man. I got a lot of faith that good things are going to happen, because I know that we can create, manifest our thoughts and our speech, right? We can turn those, because God breathed God into us, right? We have that gift of the Holy Spirit, and I might not be saying it right. And if it offends somebody that I'm not saying it right, I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but go watch another channel, because I'm always going to be authentically Heather, and I don't ask anybody to like me, okay? If you do, that's great, and welcome to my family, and I love you. And if you don't,
We
that's
love
great
you
too. I love
too.
you from over here. But so I mean, I have faith that the power of prayer works. I have faith that we can manifest what we seek our future to be. That doesn't mean it's going to pop up tomorrow. And there are always going to be things that are going to affect what you try to manifest. And that's just how the whole cycle works, right? So the way I see it is, I'm going to keep being hopeful and prayerful for the outcome I want to happen, for all of humanity. I don't ask that just for myself. I don't ask that just for my daughter's future, for my husband and I. I want that for all of humanity.
Yeah, there's deer.
We can hope it happens. We can pray it happens, and we can try to manifest it. But other than that, there are other people doing the same thing, trying to manifest the exact opposite. Y'all ever see what's that one, the Robinsons, Meet the Robinsons?
Robinson?
You ever see that cartoon movie, Meet the Robinsons?
Good.
Yeah.
Cartoon for kids.
A wrong step on a timeline, right? And
Yep.
and we all know to some extent that this stuff exists. It's not all tinfoil hat conspiracy. Conspiracy was a word and a term that was used and invented by the CIA and attributed to certain people who wanted to look into things further. Okay, conspiracies existed a long time, but it didn't always mean what it means now. And I've talked to you guys about the importance of words before, and really, half of waking up is knowing how important language is and how they use it against you. And if you don't know that, you can't help your kids. You can't help your neighbors. Everything you speak is not going to hit them right, because they're attributing a different meaning to it. So you have to
Yep.
use the words correctly in a context that makes it unmistakable to them. And it really sucks. But that is a skill that is, I mean, if you don't have that skill, I don't know how far you're going to make it in a shit hits the fan situation, because that's part of
It takes a
bartering
lot of
too, you know?
patience.
But yeah, you have to, and I know I don't always say stuff the right way. God knows, man. I'm really snarky, and I have a really, really dry sense of humor. And like Monty and Liz, they get my humor when we're in chat, and they know that I'm horsing around with them. They don't take offense. There's been a couple people I've tried to joke with, and they get really offended. And I'll just be like, "Okay, honey, it's you for the rest of the night. I'm good." But yeah, you should always, I mean, be authentic, right? And that I know there are people that listen and they tune out and they turn off, and that's all. I still love them, but like I said, I will love them from way over here, because those are not people that I want in my life or in my circle, or any of that. But that doesn't mean I don't love them and respect them as human beings too. So, all right, I'm done. You guys can talk now.
One thing is for sure is God's going to get us through this. So.
Amen.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe the event's going to be something that's so big that there won't be any credit to be able to be given to anyone else. And
Yep.
And I say that very genuinely. And I know, you guys have listened to me on a couple other shows. Some of you, you know that it's been a hard path for me, even just coming back to God. But it's my path, okay? I have to walk it how I walk it. But I feel that. And I've always had a connection to the Creator. I always have. But, I know I upset some people the other day talking about I refuse to label myself as Christian. A label is used to divide. I won't do that. And it got some people upset, and I wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings. That's fine if you want to give yourself a label. That's great, but religion comes from me. Spirituality comes from the divine, and I know that for a fact for me. That is a true fact for Heather Partridge. You'd have a hard time trying to change my mind. I mean, you could give it a shot, but I've done a whole bunch of research on that too, and I've done a whole bunch of soul searching on that too. But the pull is there,
Some
and
things will blow your mind.
things have been happening for the last 5 years that have pulled many people back to God and back onto a path that lines up with the tenets that are just things we should be living by anyway. I mean, there's no. If you feed the bad wolf grows, right? It's just like trolls. If you don't feed them, they can't grow. If you don't feed them your conversation, they leave, because all they want is somebody to pick a fight with. They're secret shit stirrers. That's what I call them. I call them secret shit stirrers, and I imagine they're like little witches standing there over a cauldron stirring that shit with a big old stick. It makes me laugh. So,
yeah, I've got a very, very deep opinion on my personal relationship with God. I guess like you, I have dove so deep into so many other rabbit holes, just out of curiosity that
zip across the bottom so spiders can't get in.
I have come to peace, and I do have a presence inside of me, and I know, I know what I need to be, who I need to be, what I need to do. Whenever I feel the urge to help somebody, I do help somebody, and I never let them pay me back. One thing I try to tell everybody is, when you help somebody and they try to pay you back, tell them just to pay it forward. Help somebody else the same way that you help them. And it's just little things like that, man, that makes the world go around.
Exactly. You treat others how you'd like to be treated.
I'm gonna jump off of here. All right, I gotta roll. I'm gonna be live
All right,
tonight.
have a
No.
great day, Jeff.
Stop by.
Thanks for stopping in. We love you, man.
Y'all
Yeah, I
too,
love
man.
you guys. I'm gonna drop out too.
All right,
All right,
Monty.
Monty.
Well, thanks for getting up here and talking with me, man. I appreciate you guys. I really do.
Hey, no problem. Love you all.
Love you guys. And we're probably going to drop off here soon, too. I want to give Charlie a chance if he's still here
Oh,
with us.
Yeah, I'm still
All
here.
right, guys. Have a good night.
I just jumped in to say hello to y'all and see how your day was going.
Yeah, we're doing a backyard camp out today, so it's going to be good. Gonna be
Nice.
good. Me and little one got up early and went and chopped a whole bunch of sections of this falling down a tree back here and pulled it out and mocked it up for firewood and so. And then we set up the tent out here in the driveway and we're just gonna take some time and enjoy it. Cook over fire and all that tonight, so you know.
Yep. Yep, that's important family time.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, Betty, exactly right there. And Camo, I know. And I support our military. Look, even when I was a young child, I had an uncle who was in and he come home all screwed up and had the Agent Orange and so my dad was a Navy vet. My uncles were served. I've got cousins that served. My grandpas on both sides served.
Yep,
And
same
I
here.
love everything about our vets and our military. I do. Except for the government they fight for.
Right.
And I knew that even as a teenager. I knew to separate those things. That those men were called up to serve a country that didn't love them, but the people did. And then they came home and the people didn't love them either because they were brainwashed.
Yep.
And it made me sick. It made me sick to my stomach. And I was born at the very end of that. And I feel
You're getting distorted.
Distorted.
I'm sorry.
No.
But just the sound.
All right.
You're good now. You're good now.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, got
Probably
a jet
just
flying
a
on top of us now.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just signal fluctuation.
Yeah. Where'd the other two go? They take off
Monty,
on
if
us?
you're still here, listen to Betty. Put that aspirin on your tooth for the pain.
Not trying to make too much noise here, sorry.
No, you're good, Jeff.
Get the dog set up here.
Yeah, so anyway, I mean, I don't know how I got into that conversation. I told you I'm willing to drop down in any rabbit hole you guys want to talk about. I'll talk about it with you. I'll give you my opinions on it, and I'll give you my experiences with it if I've had any. And chances are, I'll give you my opinion on it even if I haven't researched it, just because I'm a very opinionated person.
Yep. Yeah, my dad, he's a Vietnam vet, and he came home with Agent Orange crap too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad as well.
Yeah, and that's not the first time. That's just one of the first documented times that we've been attacked by our own military grade weaponized bullshit.
You know, they've come out now and admitted that Agent Orange passes down to your children.
Oh gosh, that's what's wrong with my cousins. Those two
Well,
specifically.
if your dad was exposed to Agent Orange,
No, just my uncle.
Just your uncle?
Yeah, my dad was on the Lexington. My dad served on the Lexington, USS Lexington.
My dad was on the USS Brinkley Bass.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my dad 3 days after Christmas this past year.
Yeah, my
to
dad
finish
was a
it.
river rat.
Right on. Right on. My dad just, I don't know. The thing I remember about my dad is the fishing. And when he used to work at Belden Brick, and they closed the Strasburg plant down, which is the one that he worked at. And he used to bring home them little bricks, you know the ones I'm talking about with like the 3 little holes, and you
Yep.
build with them and play with them, man. Legos that had nothing on them bricks, right?
Those were the original Legos.
Yeah, for
Right.
us, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I'd beg him to bring them home for me. He'd bring them home, give them to my brothers. But I got wise. I learned how to trade toys with my brothers. And I would get their best Hot Wheels, and yep, I always ended up with the best Hot Wheels, the best monster trucks. I did get my brother's GI Joe doll, but he wouldn't trade me his BA Baracus doll thing. Those are, I mean, I don't know. Growing up with 2 big brothers, I was pretty much a tomboy. I didn't Dolls for me were like action figures, or
Right.
I know a neighbor girl had given my mom a bunch of Barbies to give to me when I was like 9 or 10. And she brings in this big box of Barbies, and she's all tickled. And I traded them to my brother Danny for that GI Joe action figure, all of them. And he cut their hair off, and he butchered them, and like pulled them apart just to see how they were made and all that stuff, because
Right.
we were like that. We were real inquisitive. We wanted to know if stuff got made. We didn't really want to play with it so much as learn about it, So he ruined all them, which I didn't care because I had the Gravedigger monster truck, and I had that GI Joe action doll, and I was building ramps out in the woods and ramping that stuff and running them into into the briar.
You sound like me.
Good times. Good times. Good times. Yeah. Well,
Playing in the
I
dirt.
mean, yep. Did that a lot. Did that a whole bunch. I like to go bare feet down in the creek. I know it was either Bonnie or Betty had said something about that yesterday or the day before about being barefoot in a creek, and it brought it right back to me. We used to run through the cornfields, and then we get to the creek, and it was just like, soothing all those cuts and stuff from the cornfield. Because I'd get cuts all over my feet. I was barefoot a lot when I was a kid. And then I don't know. I turned into some kind of an indulgent adult and decided I had to wear shoes all the time. And so today I decided I was going to be barefoot all day. Well, then I wanted to go into the woods and cut wood, so I had to put shoes on anyway. But I'm sitting here now on barefoot because it's just good for you.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's not good to have shoes on your feet all the time.
No, I know. And I talk about, learning from the little ones, because they're the ones closest to God, right? They're the ones that haven't been touched by all the idiotic stuff in the world.
Yep.
And you couldn't keep shoes on my kids, any of my kids,
No.
but this one specifically, you couldn't keep shoes on her. You couldn't keep socks on her. From the time she could move her arms around, she was getting them suckers worked off her feet.
As best as I could.
She did a great job.
Yeah. So, yeah. Time to return to some of that, I think.
Is Raina going to do any fishing while you're out there?
Oh, I don't know about tonight.
I don't think so.
Probably not tonight. We're not
we
down
gotta
to
get,
other campground that we go to. They got.
Yeah, we have another campground that we go to, and it's the VFW, so it doesn't cost us anything other than my membership per year.
Nice.
Yeah, we got lucky on that end out here. So when we go fishing there, it's no license for her, no license for me. We don't have to worry about any of that. It's fully stocked, 2 ponds. Quite big. They're big ponds. They're a little over an acre. The other one's about a half an acre.
And there's no electricity, and there's no water hookup and all that. They have a bathroom, like a campground bathroom setup, at the top, but it's only a toilet, the 2 toilets, and they got an outdoor
A pavilion, barbecue,
you know, the old
pavilion
crank
type
wells.
style.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
they have a
for a water
pressure
source.
water.
Yeah.
It's water pressure. It's not a hand pump.
Well, it's that style.
But it's
for
that
the
style.
crank.
It's the one that, you know, you just lift up the handle and the water runs.
Right.
But we like it down there. But there's absolutely zero signal down there. So if we say we're going camping and you won't see us,
Yeah,
you won't
You're
see
going
us. 'Cause
camping.
Well,
it's way
once you
down in
drop
the
over
holler.
the hill. There's no.
Right.
It's not a choice. You drop
way
down.
down.
Let's see. You just turn off the road, and within 150 feet after you come off the road, it drops down in, and from that point, there's no more cell phone signal. You don't get anything until you come up out, and then all of a sudden your phone just goes off like it's like you've been gone forever.
See you, Grace.
So, yeah, we're gonna probably jump off of here. We got firewood we have to get for dinner tonight. We're gonna pop back on later. We do have unlimited now on our show, so
we'll pop back in around the fire.
We can pop in. We'll have a fire going, whatnot, and we'll do s'mores with everybody.
Right on. I'll look for you. I'll be searching the YouTube all day.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bye, everybody that's leaving. If you're going to Liberty Warrior, please remember Betty's granddaughter, please.
Yep.
And Canadian Patriot as well.
Canadian
and just all of our family, right? Pray for good health and loads of love and faith for all our family. So,
amen.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Betty's got the veteran show at 4
Absolutely.
p.m. Betty, you have a link you can post?
I think Jeff Riddle will be on live at 4 p.m. too.
Yeah, Jeff Riddle, Warriors doing a prayer at 4. I don't know how long it'll last. Yeah, and Betty's got something going on, I guess.
So if you guys don't see us around in the chats tonight, it may be just because we're
getting
going to take the night off a little bit.
We just took a minute and did our show, and even if it was just about sitting here in front of a tent talking.
Hey, y'all need to unplug just like we do.
Yep, that's right.
Well, we love all of you. Mwah. Love and light.
Yep, love everybody in the chat. We'll see y'all on the next live.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, all.